Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to the MF kit build, taking a great kit guitar and making it awesome. And at this point, I'm fairly confident that that statement is true. These things are always in doubt, but I'm really enjoying this and it is coming together. In this episode, you are going to see the strings go on, and by necessity, the hardware, etc. This is where we're at. Backplates made, stained, finished, oiled, logo in place. I have a nut to make, there's the nut material. Tuners to go on. Just can I explain how excited I am about this? The time is, well, it's just gone 4. In the afternoon, that is. I might be a guitar builder, but I'm still a musician at heart, and we don't do 4 o'clock in the morning. No comment. We do, but we've been up for a while. Anyway, I'm not going home until these strings are strung. I want to see this guitar done. Let's go. Okay, let us start with something fairly simple. Brass on chrome's okay. Nut! Nut blank. Did that come across as a little bit crazy? There's no point in having a nut on a guitar if it's not comfortable, and you've got to round the edges over so that it doesn't bite into your palm as you play. This is the user interface of your guitar, and it's absolutely essential. So yeah, carve it, sand it, polish it. Hello, you fantastic people. Okay, the nut slots are done, the tuners are in, the ferrules are in, the bridge is in. We're pretty much there. Nut slots, for example, we are going to be coming back at a later date and doing a full setup. I've left the slots rather shallow for exactly that reason. I need to put some more fretboard restorative on the fretboard, which I mustn't forget. The bridge isn't on, I took it off for now. Aha. But what I do need to do right now is play around with these bits and bobs. We need to have some LEDs. They're going to pop out of this pickup hole, and I kind of want 3 so they can be pointing, 1 here, 1 there, and 1 down that way, and we'll see what this looks like. I'm having so much fun. I am going to apply some fretboard restorative. Now this stuff is a non-drying oil. It's not based on paraffin or anything like that, like standard lemon oils, but that smells just as nice. And I'm going to leave it on for a while and then rub the excess off. And this is going to feed the fretboard for a long time. Okay. Now, some soldering to do. All right, so very basically, what we want to do is solder one of these onto the long legs. That's the positive. Then the positive end of the battery goes onto the end of that, and the negative goes to the short leg of the LED. Whenever you're soldering anything, tin it beforehand. In other words, put some solder on first. So there's a little bit of solder there, a little bit of solder on the resistor's leg, camera's in the way, and then put the two together and you're done. All right, heat shrink. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. I'm convinced there's a better way of doing this. It's now late in the evening though, and I'm not going to phone a friend. All the grounds are going to go together. Now the battery clip. Yes. This actually should be long enough to get the battery into the cavity, and then the LEDs through in, well, I'll be fine actually. I don't need any extensions. I do, however, need to run this through the pickup hole prior to the pickup hole. The hole through to the bridge, pickup cavity. Shall we do this properly? Positive to the long legs and the resistors, negative to the short leg. And we should be done. We should have light. Nah. Can you tell I'm slightly uncomfortable? This is not my strongest. I'm just pushing that part of the way through so that I don't drop any solder on the guitar. Okay, heat shrink. Okay, this might actually, moment of truth. Haha! It works! Anyway, I am going to have to rewire this because I am going to obviously have to hook these LEDs up to a switch of some sort, and that will be this little stereo jack socket. And basically, when you put the jack in, LEDs will light up. How many of you asked me for LEDs? There we go. Get rid of the rubbish. It's the little things in life that just improve it. Alrighty then, I have done a little bit of playing around and essentially, well, first of all, turn the lights off so you can see what this looks like in a low light environment, which is kind of the point. I made a little custom stainless steel tool because that sounds better than hammering a curve into the end of a rod. Ow, is this bit of... Anyway, basically I've curved all three, they're all pointing in that direction and it fills the cavity enough to look super cool. And I fully expect all of you to be going, wow, that looks amazing, Ben. How, I hear you cry, are you going to avoid this whole mess of stuff rattling away? Benjamin, come on. Ha! And silicone adhesive sealant. Now, these are as out of sight as I can get them. And pointing where I want them to be. And I'm just going to for those that ask, this is actually designed and sold as something with which to pot electronics. We're there, we're pretty much there. Basically, I've run around downstairs and found a slightly pre-wired three-way toggle, which is going to go in like now. It's time to fit the pickups and then basically it can be strung up. I'm going to be doing the wiring another day and I'm going to be doing the setup another day. So there is going to be a wiring tutorial of sorts. Don't worry, I'll have James over my shoulder telling me what to do exactly. I know how to wire, I don't know why to wire. The theory behind all of these things is just, what's the point? Follow a diagram. Anyway, basically, there's going to be a wiring video and there is going to be a setup video. That will have to wait for a good 3 or 4 days at least after I've strung her up, because the neck will move. It's a wooden neck and these things happen. So you don't want to set up a guitar straight after you finish building it. I still have a truss rod cover to make. But anyway, let's get some wires in. I really do enjoy this far too much. Ooh, I need a reamer. Ream away, Sam. Strap buttons, strap buttons. I always forget strap buttons. So what are we doing? Reamer. My reamer's downstairs. Here's a trick. If you want to drill into a pre-existing hole, but you don't want it to tear out, which is what it tends to do if you do that, run the drill backwards with a little bit of downwards pressure, and that tends to do the job fine. I'm only making the hole 1/2 mil bigger, so yeah, it'll be fine. That's pretty much cured. Okay, pickups. So this is a set of it's a set of custom pickups made for me by Sam. The question is, do we want pickup surrounds or do we not? I was going to say let me know in the comments below, but that won't make any difference because by the time you've commented, I will have made a decision. I think I like the look of that. All right. Springs, screws. Find the bridge. I've misplaced the bridge. Okay, before I put any springs in or anything, I need to drill some holes. Okay. And then springs. So take a couple of, well, a normal spring really, and chop the two ends off. Have I gone back into tutorial mode? I have. Then essentially, what I do is super glue them. Whoops. Okay, so I just super glue the springs in place. It's by far the easiest way of doing this. And once that's cured, then we'll just put screws down and we'll be done with it. Strings. Strings? Yes, strings. This is the point where you mustn't let yourself think, oh my gosh, I finished the guitar, and then go, you're done. newtonestrings.com. I've not used these before, I've heard good things. They've got numbers on the end. There's still a lot to be done. But this is a moment. No matter how many guitars you build, one over the top, one underneath, and then twist. And you hold the string under tension until it's wound up. Well, it hasn't fallen apart. There is a start. It's quite late at night. I really wanted to get this finished, or at least strung up, so that you guys could see what it looks like on schedule. Ooh, 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 ooh. L.E.Ds. Battery. Power. It's working. I'm gonna go turn the lights up. Stay there. Yeah. You can't see me. You can just... All right, you can't see me. Can you see me now? Hello. Gosh. I'm in love with this. Lights on. So there we have it. It's the next day. Okay, I am not supposed to be here. This is my day off, but there's still some hardware to go on. I want to see this guitar finished. I want to see how it's going to look, at least once it's wired up, which is fine. So I'm going to do little bits and pieces, strap buttons, control knobs, etc. And just because I just have to. I have to. It's a weakness. I also have to spend a rather large chunk of my day answering questions about what can and cannot be improved by a blue LED. Thanks for that. We had double the amount of comments on that video that we normally get. In the light. In the light! What do you think? I need to do something with the pickups. I'm not 100% happy with them as they are. That will be next week. Yes. Rear guard shielding paint. Protects your back cavity. This is our new formula shielding paint. It's pretty awesome. And while that dries, we're getting there. Okay, LEDs on. At the moment, you have to manually put the battery on. In the end, it will be the jack. We'll turn that on. I'm just going to put a couple of screws in here so we can get that out easily. To the office where the lights can be turned off. Come on. Hey, perfect timing. Lights out. Nah. You can't see anything. Ooh, look at that. Something blue this way comes. Do I have to give it away?
Yes.
No, it's dark. I can get away. What do you think? I think this on the stage. Oh no, it needs LEDs. It needs LEDs in the neck. It needs LEDs in the neck. Lights on. Oh, I'm blind now. Crikey. It's not quite finished. I'm acting like this is finished. I'm happy. I'm happy. I would like to spend another 50 hours on this build. That is the one issue I've got really with filming anything for YouTube, and especially when there's deadlines involved. I always want to spend longer, spending more time making sure that everything is absolutely perfect. I'm still going to make a truss rod cover. I'm going to jiggle the pickups around. There's a slight alignment issue with one of them. And obviously a lot of wiring and setup work to come, so this isn't the end video. There is also going to be, in the next week or so, a final video, sort of a 15-minute, 20-minute of the entire build. And if you haven't managed to watch the entire series, or if you've got friends who you think would like to see it, well, keep an eye out for that one. But yeah. I am so happy. Thank you for watching the MF Kit build, watching me slowly devolve into an insane puddle of luthery mess. I'm having so much fun. Click like, subscribe, please consider supporting our Patreon, it really helps keep this whole thing going. And all of that jazz. Do not forget, if you are watching this in July 2018, you can win this guitar, it can be yours. Check the description for details on how to do that. But most importantly, go and watch the next video.